pop it up in Monsoon, so tax records. So what is the first address?
First address is 4205 North 33rd Drive,
All right,
Phoenix.
check this sucker out. Okay, so we've got, not on a main road, that's awesome. Is that 1862 square feet, built in 1950. Carport,
Yep.
no pool.
No
Love
pool.
that. So the first thing that I do when I start is I just automatically just comp it. My favorite thing to do is look in the neighborhood first. So I'm just gonna go to quick search and I'm gonna look at all active, pending, closed, and I'm gonna do it for the last 3 months. And when you're searching for subdivisions, sometimes there might be like an Indian Gardens track 1, track 2, track 3. I put asterisks around it so it'll pop up any listing that has Indian Gardens in the word. So let's see what we got. So we've got nothing. Okay, great. Well, let's open this up a little bit further. Let's go back 6 months and see what we got. I just want to see what's going on in the neighborhood first. So we have one in the neighborhood. It was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1479 square feet. Yeah, this one's not perfect, but what's the bedroom bathroom count for ours?
4-2.
So it definitely hasn't been remodeled. Not cute, you know, just a homeowner. No big deal, but it's not anything that could give us a good ARV. So I'm just going to pop up ours and see where ours is in relation. We've got Indian School, so it's right off of Indian School and Grand. So we're pretty much right there. I'm just gonna go out just a smidge. And I'm gonna look at all 3 or 4 bedrooms just because sometimes people don't count like a den and that's really easy to turn into an actual room, adding like a teeny closet or something. So I'm gonna look at single family. I'm gonna go back to 3 months. So I'm only gonna look at closed stuff that's closed in the last 3 months. And then I'm gonna take our square footage, which is 1862, and I'm gonna plus or minus 10%. So I'm gonna do 1862 times 0.9, 1675, and then I'm gonna do 1862 times 1.1, that's about 2050. It's 2048.2, but we'll just call it 2050. Okay, so let's see what we got. This is looking good. So this one, they staged it. You know, it's clean, but it's definitely not anything that we would do as a remodel, right? Let's check out this one. So same thing with this one. It's cute. It's kind of charming, but they didn't open up any walls. They've got those cheap, you know, 2 for $30 flush mat lights that they sell at Home Depot, you know, old flooring. Nothing we would even remotely do. So let's check out this one. Nah, no pictures of the inside. That means it's probably bad. This one has a pool and has not been remodeled. This one, same. This one, no, yeah. I mean, it's clean. This just shows you, this also will show you like when we're estimating the renovation cost. Like they did a new tub and they did like a new surround, but you don't have to like spend a ton of money. Like those door handles are like the cheapest door handles you can buy at Home Depot. That fan is like a $60 fan. So like this house sold, I'm sure it sold super fast. Let's check it out. So it sold in 2 days. You don't have to spend a ton of money to sell this house. Okay, this one could have potential. Looks like they enclosed the carport, not into a garage. See, this is something more along the lines of what we would do. Yeah, the finishes are base, you know, nothing exciting, but it's clean, fresh paint, fresh flooring. You know, they tiled the showers, put fans. You know, this is exactly what we would probably do. So that's a good comp for us. Let's check out this one. This is not my style, but they did remodel it. So let's select that one as well. Okay, so we've got 2 of them. When I'm underwriting a deal, I like to have like 3 solid comps where I feel really confident, but I do know this area really well. It's super close to Grand Canyon University. So if we zoom out a little smidgy moo, there's Grand Canyon University. I know that this whole surrounding area will sell really fast. And so I feel confident that these 2 are probably my best comps. So we've got price per square foot. The average sold is $207.47. And this one is $210.94. If I average those out real quick, so I just use CMA because it's like the easiest way just to populate the average sold price per square foot. It's $209.21. So I'm gonna take $209.21 times our square footage, 1862. And I'm going to assume that our ARV is like 389.5. I'm just going to call it an even 390. This is where it gets pretty easy. So I'm going to pop into my flip calculator, which I will send to you. So my estimated ARV, I'm just going to call it 390. And I know that we could do that flip. I don't even have to look at the pictures of the house. We could get that flip done in 30 days or less. So I'm going to assume that we're going to do a reno for 30 days. And that's probably going to take me 30 days to list it and close it, just because those houses were selling in 2 days. So that means I list it, I'm going to get a buyer, they're going to close probably in 30 days. But I'm going to give myself some wiggle room. So I'm going to estimate that I'm going to hold it for 3 months. And then what are they selling it for? 302. Okay. Would you mind sharing your screen for me? Yeah. Show me those pics. All right. Okay. I could work with that. That's cute. Okay. That doesn't look like a bad size room. So total gut of the bathrooms, we're not going to save anything. Totally fine. All right. Okay, it looks like the laundry and the hot water heater are both inside, which is kind of rare for this part of town. So love it. We don't have to bring that inside. We don't have to do any plumbing. Love it. Wow, that's a good size room. Okay, so that must be the kitchen through there. So we'd want to take out that wall, probably the whole thing. So we're going to want to put a beam up there, which let's keep that in mind real quick. All right, it's got a fireplace. Love it. That must be the front door behind all that stuff. All right, there's a hallway. Let's check out that kitchen. Oh, another bathroom. All right, love it. Looks like they put like travertine in the window or something.
No, a door. Shower, a doorless shower.
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Just let it splatter everywhere, you know? Oh my gosh, they're a collector. Cool. Okay. All right. Wow. Talk about a collection.
Bedroom?
Yep. Doesn't look too bad. That must be the primary. Okay. That looks like a prison. Don't love that. Okay. Someone really loved that travertine tile. Okay, so full gut for the kitchen, which is fine. Okay. Backyard. Might need some patio roof repair. Take those bars out the windows, maybe some new windows. What's over there on the right? Nothing? All right, interesting, fascinating.
Now, would you have to see it before, are we just going to take this down? Or?
Yeah, I'm curious what that is, if it's just a shed or if like you could turn it into like a little guest quarters. Does it say in what they, okay, I love that. So when you put on a new AC unit, like you don't have to take off the old one, which is hilarious because then you have to do roof repairs and that just cracking me up. But that AC unit does look relatively recent. So let's mark that off of our cost. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, there's a carport. Love it. Love that plywood. All right, fence is wood. At least it's not chain link. Okay, there's the patio. Okay, let's see where this pool is.
Well, I'm wondering if it was what the patio thing was covering up.
Well, it might just be like a little hot tub or something. That must be inside the shed. Okay, so that rolled roof over the patio looks terrible unless that's like some very deceiving shadow, but we should definitely account for fixing that.
Here's the shed.
Okay, so this is a shed. Okay, so it's truly just a shed. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, you know, it's organized. All right, let's keep going. Oh, it's got power in there. That's kind of nice. So we don't have to do AC. We do new windows. You know, it's just like, it's a full remodel. I'm assuming most of this is going to be cosmetic. We might have to redo the roof, but when we redo roofs, it's like $4,500 to $6,000. So it's not going to be a ton. We could enclose the carport, but the comps don't really matter, to be honest. So for this flip calculator, Andrew, all you do is you don't touch anything, you just fill out the green. So closing costs, when we close on this house, acquisition to buy it for 302, we're gonna pay about 1% in closing costs, so it's about $3,000. Repairs, this is funny, it says 70. I think it probably would cost 70, but I think
Is that just your standard?
No, that's funny. That's the last house I did was, yeah. But if we don't have to do the roof, we don't enclose the carport.
I gotta do this enough to get a good estimate of what you think it'll cost for repairs.
Yeah. And when you send it to a cash buyer, they're going to decide what they think that they're going to pay anyways. But if you're kind of on the money, you're going to be okay. So let's say maybe we could get it done for 50, because again, these houses that we looked at, they are nothing special. Like, you don't have to buy the most expensive flooring. You don't have to buy the most expensive fans. Like, so it looks like they just did some standard boxes for cabinets, shaker. There are no cabinet poles on here.
Would you guys do, like, let's just speak for you guys. Would you guys do something similar to these, or try to do it a little bit?
We'd probably do it a little bit nicer. I feel like we have a little bit more thought behind what we do than these. But like, as far as the level of flooring, the level of countertop, stuff like that, we can save some money that way. For monthly maintenance, we'd want to make sure that the yard is cleaned up. But to be honest, we probably just do like the landscaping right before we list. That's usually one of the last things that we do. That way it looks nice for pictures. To be honest, I probably wouldn't even touch the landscaping for maintenance. Like, I wouldn't send anybody over. I don't need to send a pool guy. I don't need to do anything like that. Now, this is where, I don't know if you remember yesterday, but when I was talking to your cash buyer and figuring out their buy box, you also want to figure out how they're going to buy it. So for us, we do hard money, and we've got on average about 12% for our rate. But if you're selling to a cash buyer that's selling, is at 18%, that drastically changes their holding costs. And you'd want to know that, because that will tell you if something's a deal or not. And some buyers are seriously just doing cash, which I don't know why people do that, because it's like opportunity cost. You're tying up so much liquid capital in this. It doesn't make any sense. But for some people it does, and it creates situations to where they have a bigger profit margin, and deals that aren't a deal for us are a deal for them. So you just plug in their interest rate here. Mine's 12. And then we're going to look at our property taxes, which are $1,403. And then insurance probably is about $110, maybe like $130 a month. And then utilities, it's not too hot yet, so we could probably get away with $50 a month. So then you come down and you scroll down, and now we have to sell the house. We're going to sell this flip. So we're going to, pay $100 for picks. Closing costs, concessions, probably not happening in a time like this, but let's overestimate for the Binzer. Who knows, they might scope the sewer line and tell us we need to repair it. But let's just do a safe 1%. And then we're going to pay 2.5% to the buyer's agent. So that's how much it's going to cost for us to sell it. So if we did this deal, we would only make $7,000. And so I don't know if you remember, but an investor on average will want to make 10%. Yeah. So he'd want to make about $30,000. Would you take $7,000 right now? Yeah, 100% all day. But the problem when it's this tight.
Yeah, it's risky.
Yeah. So like, if anything goes wrong, say the sewer line, the underground pipe is cast iron and it is crumpled like cardboard. And then all of a sudden we have a $15,000 repair to jackhammer that up.
Underwater pretty fast.
Then we lost money. And then we took the time, and it's kind of like an opportunity cost thing. It's like, do we want to give our team this project where, we're paying our project manager, our foreman's working on this rather than working on a deal that will be more lucrative for us? Probably not. So this one is not a deal, and that's fine. So this is just one of those things where, I'll do 100 of these until I find one that I like.